is going on YouTube? My name is Lucas, and today we are going to be making yet again another video on HUMBL. And the reason is because yet again this company ceases to amaze, ceases to provide absolute amazing information, and is doing something that is absolutely incredible. We understand Brian Foote went on to CNBC today, had a discussion. It was incredible to at least get the name out there, to let people know who HUMBL is, and just spread the word. It was absolutely phenomenal in that manner. So what I'm going to do is really provide and break down the content from that, and then talk about some breaking news. So if you're interested in HUMBL, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. But before we dive in, talk Brian Foote, the CEO of HUMBL, talk CNBC, talk about this breaking news, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below, and now it's time to get to the video. Let's go. Today was honestly a roller coaster of emotion when it came to this ticker, when it came to this stock. And the reason is because the hype train was going. The anticipation was building. We were all excited about Brian Foote going on to CNBC. What time was it going to happen? When is he going to come on? Who is he going to talk to? What is he going to talk about? All that information was being discussed. It was just an exciting moment. Then it appears. It's time. It's go time for Brian Foote. He gets on there. And, honestly, there was some mixed emotions. Some people saw it as a positivity. Some people saw it as a negative. My breakdown from it, really, I could see both sides. The positivity is the fact, guys, that no matter what the situation is, it's the fact that HUMBL was put on a news channel. It was put on a major network. It was put on CNBC. People were able to see, just the fact that this company is there. It exists. And, honestly, there's a ton of people that know about it, but there's still a massive amount of people that have no idea what HUMBL is. So I think that was incredible from that, standpoint. Another positive thing that I feel is the fact that they did get the correlation to the day where Coinbase IPO'd, and that's really what a lot of the talk was about on CNBC today, was also the NFT aspect. So obviously that's another reason why you bring in HUMBL to talk about the NFTs, and I think that is going to be a tremendous piece to HUMBL moving forward. I really think the NFTs are going to have a massive role when it comes to generating revenue and just really getting out there from a publicity standpoint. You get to build relationships by doing that with musicians, with artists, with athletes. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, like gamers and all kinds of, just incredible people that they're probably going to be able to build connections with, businesses. I mean, the list goes on and on when it comes to NFTs. So I really think that is a major, significant, positive piece to this. Now we continue to move on. Obviously Friday, April 16th, the app is going to be released. That's something that actually didn't get hit on in the CNBC interview, and I really think that that's something Brian Foote probably wanted to discuss and talk about, but obviously he's not the one asking the questions. They asked him the questions, and that's really kind of the downside to the whole thing. It's up to them what they determine, probably what they ask, and he has to be able to answer it in a very minimal time. So, there was probably so much more that Brian wanted to get out, and he just wasn't able to. Like I said, guys, the positive thing to take away from this is the fact that the company was exposed on a major site, on a major, TV station, and that's incredible to see. So like I said, guys, the app is releasing on April 16th, which is Friday. It's coming up quickly, and we understand that it's just going to be amazing from the conference call. So this piece that I've been wanting to talk about, the breaking news piece, actually came out later in the evening, and really, it's absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, it's incredible. So let's dive into this thing. Swing it on over here. HUMBL announces a $50 million equity financing agreement and bridge note. I think that is absolutely significant. HUMBL Inc., which is trading OTC, which is HMBL, announced today that it has closed on a $3 million bridge note from Brighton Capital Partners LLC, which is Brighton Capital. In addition, HUMBL and Brighton Capital have executed an equity financing agreement in which Brighton Capital has agreed to purchase up to $50 million of HUMBL common stock. The right to cause Brighton Capital to purchase these shares is solely at HUMBL's election. Another significant piece right there. Pursuant to the equity financing agreement, Brighton Capital agreed to purchase up to $50 million of HUMBL common stock. If HUMBL elects to cause Brighton Capital to purchase the shares will be purchased at a 20% discount. HUMBL will have the right to cause Brighton Capital to purchase shares under the agreement following the effectiveness of an S-1 registration statement. That's another major significant piece right there. In exchange for $3 million in cash, HUMBL issued to Brighton Capital a $3,300,000 convertible promissory note. The note bears interest at 10% per annum and is convertible at Brighton Capital's election at a fixed price of $3.15 per share. Last I checked, we're below that. The note also contains a redemption right where, beginning on the earlier of the effective date of an S-1 registration statement and the 12-month anniversary of the note, Brighton Capital may cause HUMBL to redeem all or any portion of the note. HUMBL may pay such redemption in cash or stock at its election. If HUMBL elects to pay in stock, such payment will be made at 80% of the market price of the stock. The note will serve as a bridge loan to the $50 million equity financing agreement. So guys, there's really is breaking down the details of this. I think there is some actual pretty good information from this, and really that is a significant piece. Like Brian Foote said in his conference call, guys, they're getting past the crawl phase. Like, they're not in the crawl phase anymore. It's go time. It's time to start walking, which then leads us into the running phase. So we're probably really getting into that walking phase now. We're getting, everything worked out. The app is about to go live. They're going to work the kinks out. That thing is going to be fully functional. And then it's go time, guys. So this is just the next step in that procedure. There are actually going to be people who watch this video who do not understand what an S-1 form is, and rightfully so. I had to look some of it up myself. I understood some of the basic knowledge, but not really some of the in-depth stuff. So I dove in, found out from an Investopedia what the S-1 actually is. So I'm going to read that to you. That way there's a lot of clarification here. So what is an SEC Form S-1? SEC Form S-1 is an initial registration form for new securities required by the SEC for public companies that are based in the U.S. Any security that meets the criteria must have an S-1 filing before shares can be listed on a national exchange. So we understand from the discussion today on CNBC that Brian Foote is looking and hoping, and really he said that one of their most exciting things that they've looked forward to is getting listed on the NASDAQ. So before that must happen, this is something that needed to be done. So I'm going to read it again. It says, any security that meets the criteria must have an S-1 filing before shares can be listed on a national exchange, such as the New York Stock Exchange is the example they give. Companies usually file an SEC Form S-1 in anticipation of their initial public offering or an IPO. It says Form S-1 requires companies to provide information on the planned use of a capital proceeds, which in this case is going to be that $50 million. It says details of the current business model and competition, and provide a brief prospectus of the planned security itself, offering price, methodology, and any dilution that will occur to other listed securities. It says the SEC Form S-1 is also known as the registration statement under the Securities Act of 1933. Additionally, the SEC requires the disclosure of any material business dealings between the company and the directors outside counsel. Investors can view S-1 filings online to perform due diligence on new offerings prior to their issue. So I really wanted to provide that to you guys just so that can be cleared up and really you can understand why this is such a big deal. Make things way better in this video, and this one definitely gets better in this situation. So swinging on over here, and holy smokes guys, they release a balance sheet. I got to give it to Mr. Gio Tuna for putting this out. This is absolutely incredible. So he put HUMBL, oh my effing G. This is way better than I expected by like 10 times. Laugh out loud. Wow, let's go. Of course. He goes, oh, and get ready for tomorrow, my dudes. $10 PPS is not so far after all. Honestly, guys, with the app being released, you got financials, you got everything going on. Let's see what this thing can do. We've come to my favorite part of any video, and that's chart breaking down time. So let's swing on over here and check out HMBL, HUMBL Inc. And holy smokes, guys, this one is going to be incredible. So it opened today at $3.39. It got as high as $3.57. Its low for the day was $2.70. Yeah, $2.70. Volume was 23.53 million. Current market cap is 2.820 billion. 52-week high is still $7.72. 52-week low is a big fat zero, and its average volume is 18.82 million. So today it did close at $2.89. That was down 7.06%. What's incredible is we actually had a decent day for the most part until the CNBC interview. Literally the terms buy the hype, sell the news is in full effect here. Guys, there was nothing that was so negative that caused this thing just to dip off. There really wasn't anything that was even truly negative given. So that's what's really kind of crazy. It just happened to, right after the interview, we had a decent sell-off. You know, I still think that from a fundamental standpoint, I think this company is very sound. We understand the direction. We understand the app is getting released. We understand that this just happened with the $50 million. I mean, there's a list of things that we can continue to pour on and make this video extremely, extremely long, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. So, obviously, I do expect this stock and this price to rebound. I do expect it to get back to at least to where it was on the hype of the anticipation of the conference call. I do feel that it deserves to be there just from an overall understandable perspective. I don't think that there's any reason why we're still floating around the $3 mark. I just think that we should be at least climbing back higher. Just my thoughts, just my opinions. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's personally my personal opinion on what I feel. I appreciate you swinging by and checking out this video on HUMBL. I can assure you this will not be the last video on this company by no means, especially if they continue to pour out the positive catalyst and especially if they continue to pour out the news. It is absolutely incredible. I do want to remind you guys, I am not a financial advisor and anything I say in this video is for pure entertainment purposes only. And that's exactly what I'm here to do, is entertain. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.